Hey, my name is Michael. I'm with Lead Out Consulting, and we're going to talk about setting your MSRP or manufacturer's suggested retail price and why that's very important to have this discussion and this thought process early on in your beauty brand's life cycle, career, whatever you want to say. So, the reason MSRP is so important is that when you start getting into retailers and into wholesalers, many of the times the pricing is going to be based on the MSRP. So the MSRP is like what you would have on your website for your ecom, and then that's the base price. That's the most people will pay for it, and then the discounts come in and the wholesalers and that kind of thing. So why this is so important is that if you're only going to be getting 40% of your MSRP, so say your MSRP is 20 bucks, and they say, well, I'm only going to give you 40% of that. You need to make sure that the 40% that they're giving you is going to at least cover your costs, at least, if not give you some profit, basically. So you don't want to be in a position where they're only going to pay you $5, but it costs you $7 to make it, because there's no reason to do that deal. It doesn't really matter how good the promotions are. I guess step one to this process is getting a really good handle on your costing and understanding like what's your fill and assembly cost, what's your packaging cost, like delivered to the door, what's your packaging cost, not what did you pay them, but like after the fees, after the transits, after the taxes, after the VATs, after all that stuff, what's your packaging cost? What's your shipping cost? What's your average logistics cost to get you somewhere? Are there sampling costs with going to that retailer? Many retailers require you to participate in discount programs. So what are those going to be? Getting a handle on those early and then figuring out what your true delivered costs are will help you in the long run have a healthier margin and have a healthier handle on your finances when you start to scale and get into things like retailers and distributors and that type of deal. Some people will cost things out by looking at like the other things in the market and kind of trying to fit into what their competitors are pricing at. You can definitely do that. There is an option to do that. I find it somewhat stifles the creativity and the formulations, and it's better to let the formula speak for itself and to go through that development. And if you're trying to hit a certain price point or be under a certain cost, let your formulator know that when you're working with them. But that way you get the true essence of your brand, and the price kind of comes afterwards. So it's like your brand and your product speak for itself in your pricing. If that makes any sense, I hope it does. So that's the way I like to approach it. It's a lot lower risk. So unless you're at a point where you're just starting to grow and just starting to talk to retailers, you could start to do this now. And if you see any issues that you're going to have, kind of do a full reset or a rebrand and then a price increase to make up that difference that you're probably going to find when doing this exercise. So if it's not up already, I should have a calculator going up that'll show how to do some of this math in a pretty simplistic way. It'll allow you to hopefully plug some things in and fudge some numbers around and see what COGS and what BOMs will push out what margins given an MSRP. So hopefully help in this discussion. And if you have any questions or if I can be of any more help, please don't hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Michael. Talk to you later. Bye.